Do you know who that is? She is a judge out of Delaware, and she was overseeing Hunter Biden's case with the $1.5 million in taxes, and then the federal gun charge of being a drug addict and lying on the application. Did you hear what happened with that? So, they go to court. They have this plea agreement. It's all settled, ready to go. He's going to get the sweetheart deal where all he has to do is serve some time probation, do some community service, and magically his felony gun charge disappears, just like Joe Biden said he wanted to prosecute gun laws and gun crimes. Hunter Biden walks in with his lawyers, and they're happy because he's getting off. He's got immunity forever, according to this deal. Everyone was outraged. Like, what is going on here? What are we doing here? This guy's gonna get away with everything he's done with probation, no jail time, no anything. They're just gonna make his gun charge disappear. Sure. They go to court. The judge says, "Hey, wait, whoa. What are we agreeing on here? Are we saying that all the charges and the open investigations that can happen, he's going to get immunity from those too?" Yes. No. So the judge says, "No, wait. Hold on. Have you guys even talked about this? Like, who came up with this deal?" They're going crazy on both sides. One's trying to save face. The other's trying to get this guy out of there quick as possible. Hey, whoa, we weren't expecting this. What we're trying to do is just come to this agreement. He's going to plead guilty, and we're gonna settle this stuff and get it done with right now. And again, she says, "Well, how do you guys expect to do an investigation if there's no chance for bringing any additional charges?" And she's like, I need an explanation. So immediately, both sides start explaining their stories. Well, Your Honor, this is outrageous.
See, the thing is this.
Our client is a private
really
citizen. What he does has nothing to do with Joe Biden.
So we figured
we were
the best
promised
thing to
a
do
deal.
is to give him the sweetheart deal.
No
we get
jail
out of
time.
there.
Like,
Now,
this is outrageous.
I understand how this
We've
looks,
been
Your
lied
Honor.
to. The judge says, "I'm not signing this if you guys are giving this guy blanket immunity." Like, she literally, not too long ago, sent someone to prison for the same gun charge that he's going to get expunged. Like, that's crazy. So this is what's happening right now. They're sending it back. I don't expect anything to come of it. I just thought it was very entertaining. I like that she actually called them out on it, though. Shows she's an honest judge. She didn't just sign off on it, stamp it, hit the gavel, and send them on their way. She just asked, "Hey, what about all the other investigations? Isn't there other stuff going on?" And both sides didn't have answers for that. So the Hunter Biden team, they're outraged. Now they're going to plead not guilty. We were only pleading guilty if we weren't going to be held accountable for absolutely anything. And the other side's trying to save face, like, "Hey, whoa, this was not a sweetheart deal. We planned on, Your Honor, we did plan on bringing up more charges if something came up. They just were never going to look into anything." So now both sides are kind of forced. Their hands have been forced, and they're going to have to do something, which is great because this, I don't know how often this happens, but it was phenomenal to see, especially the backlash, the view. What are they doing? Why do they keep going after Hunter?
Well, they have gone through the laptop.
I'm sick of hearing about this laptop. This laptop, I hope it just crumbles to death. I hate it so
The
much.
thing about the laptop, though,
Yeah.
is it's, we know he had this terrible addiction problem, and that's why he got a diversion program for the gun charge. The laptop, unfortunately, from what I've seen and read, There are pictures of him nude.
Yes.
There are pictures of him with women
Well,
and
you know
doing
what?
drugs
I
and with
want,
guns.
This is what I want. I want them to shut up about it. Then.
What is absolutely evident to me is that the right wing and the MAGA world has decided to weaponize Hunter Biden against his dad.
Yeah.
And everything and anything Hunter does or does not do is going to be weaponized.
And in the very next segment, we got to get Trump. We got to get him out. He's just such a criminal.
What is pardoning him really going to accomplish?
Well, it's not going to do anything in the state courts, right? Because he's facing 34 felony counts here in New York. And he'll also face, in my view, some counts in Georgia. So a pardon is a federal pardon.
Try not to show how gleeful you are.
I know. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. But a federal pardon could certainly pardon him from anything that the Department of Justice is investigating on a federal level. But I think it sends the wrong message to pardon a president who was impeached twice, but was also just flouted the law, especially on January 6th, and tried to destroy our very democracy.
What really is making me, was really starting to freak me out, is the idea that we're not even discussing changing the Constitution to make it say you cannot be in jail and be the president.
Well, that part.
I mean, because my fear
And an amendment would be nice.
I'm a big fan of amendments.
And then Joe Biden and his press secretary, Jean-Pierre, she keeps saying this really weird thing that Joe Biden loves his son. Like, who doesn't?
And I'll repeat this is what I said at the top, which is the president loves his son. The president and the first lady love their son, and they support him as he's rebuilding his life and trying to move forward. I have not spoken to the president today.
Why is that even being brought up when they keep asking, hey, whoa, you know he took money from the Chinese? You know there's actual now documentation about that Ukraine deal with Burisma and with Joe Biden getting that prosecutor fired? You know this is all now documented? Well, the president loves his son. It's so weird. And watching the left go, yeah, the president loves his son. He lost a son. I think he lost 2 kids. That's terrible. But to use it to get your other kid out of trouble, that's got to be rough. It's got to be rough. Every time Hunter is brought up, Jean-Pierre and Joe Biden say, I love my son. He loves his son. Like, who doesn't? It's such a weird thing to say when you're talking about criminal activity. And now, man, there's a lot of proof coming out. There's a lot of documentation. There's a lot of witnesses saying, well, wait a minute, Joe Biden knew everything. And we all know what he originally said. He talked about how he didn't know anything.
And the president has said that he never spoke to his son about his overseas business dealings. Is that still the case?
Yes.
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas.
Curious if the White House and the president still stand behind his comment that he's never been involved and has never even spoken to his son about his business.
So I've been asked this question a million times. The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son. I just don't have anything else to add.
But the language has in fact changed. So I just want to clear this up once and for all. The president has previously said that he has never discussed overseas business dealings with his son. But the White House now says that the president has never been in business with his son. So why the updated language? Which statement is true? Or is this semantics and they're both true?
As I stated on Monday, when I was asked this question multiple times, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed on this. Nothing has changed on this. And so could ask me a million different ways on this question. Nothing has changed.
Again, I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out. I think they're going to come up with another sweetheart deal. But this guy may have to do some time. I hope he does. You can't just throw away a felony gun charge when your father campaigned on getting rid of guns and prosecuting people who break the law, who break gun laws. Like, that's crazy. That his own son's going to get away with it. He lied. On the very... So... They kept saying we need stricter process, stricter process. Within the current process, his son lied. So how do you combat that? You prosecute the crimes that are already in the books. You don't ignore them, give somebody plea deals, and then go after people who look like me. Because then I say, you know what? Something's going on here. Just because he's the president's son, he can break gun laws? I thought that was his thing. State of the Union address. I thought that was Joe Biden's thing. Taking away our guns. Prosecuting gun crimes. Unless, of course, you're his son. Man, everyone knows. He loves his son.